What's up, y'all? When you know your lane, you know your lane. Eyebrows are not my lane. Oscar the Grouch, y'all, help. So one of my subscribers sent me something about threading. And I did have my eyebrows threaded one time. Went with my girl, hey girl, hey Starlight. And it was okay. I think it just wasn't more involved than I thought. And then the lady had the thread in her mouth. And I was just all wondering, like, is that going to get, like, when that, what's happening with that piece? This was, but it was a skill. And it was dope. But it was too long time in my face. So, thank you for that. And I do appreciate it. And I'll keep in mind what other options come up, because it was a real nice spot. And I forgot that lady's name that she took me to, but she was in Edgewood, like over there. Is that over there near the graveyard? There was a vintage shop. Let me try to remember the names and stuff. I have no idea. But thanks for that suggestion. I'm going to leave them like this. Mismatch, because usually I let them grow in the seasons. Grow during the fall and winter seasons, like y'all know what I'm doing. And so I just took a chance and just played with it yesterday. But anyway, I wanted to give y'all another Oculatum because I can and I wanted to. This one, where my ladybug big ass clip was in, says, "Destiny awaits at every turning. Destiny 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 awaits at every turning." Okay? Destiny awaits at every turning. That means there is nowhere that destiny is not. Well, what was you thinking? You was thinking destiny was going to be on hold. Hold on, destiny. Hold on, destiny. Destiny say no. No, boo. Now. All day, a day. What you want to do with it? Dads, your daughters date men like you. Moms, your sons date women like you. In some cases, since not everything applies to everything or everyone, I need to state that. And remember, we was talking about subjective and objective. Those are overlapping, like specifically an opinion. But in life situations, say, for example, I'm originally from Pittsburgh. That would be a fishbowl existence until I left. Then I could see it from the outside in. But wherever you are, like, in Atlanta's a fishbowl because I'm living in it. Outside of Atlanta, I could see the perspective from the outside. Someone who lives in Charlotte, they live there, so that's their fishbowl. I'm on the outside of Charlotte, so I see Charlotte from the outside of the objective. Okay, that being said, I'm going to give you an example of children live what they learn what they live. Even if you say don't do this or don't do that, all they're going to know is what they're taught. So when I would say stuff, being insensitive, whatever, as a child, Smarty Arbuckle, my dad would have me repeat what I said until I realized what I was saying. It took less than 10 times because at first I don't hear it. I'm like saying it again, like such and such. And he's like, what'd you say? Say it again. And I'll be like, such and such. So I'm just like really thinking he didn't hear me. When by the third time, I'm like hearing myself. Then he know I get it when I just be like, oh, that's jacked up. So it came about in its own way without hitting, hurting, or hollering. It's possible for the lesson to be learned. And here's another example. There's a little boy I used to like that lived on McPherson where Aunt Grace lived. And his name was Che. Hey, Che. Lulu's cousin. So anyway, he had some Pal bubble gum. You remember those penny candies? And he had some gum or whatever, penny candy. And I was like, oh, so I was walking with my dad. And I was like, oh, can I have a piece of gum? And he was like, yeah. Or he might have asked me if I wanted a piece. Either way it go, I don't remember. All I remember is there was maybe 4 or 5 steps up a little hill. And he was up there and we was just walking down the sidewalk. So he threw the gum for me to catch it, like you toss it, and I didn't catch it. So I was about to pick it up because it got a wrapper. It's a piece of gum. Like, come on, it's nothing. Yes, it was something because in mid step 2 reach, my dad was like, hold on. Then he said, Che, he was like, now you come here and you pick this up and you hand it to her in her hand. And don't ever throw anything at my daughter. You want to give her something, you give it to her. You hand it to her like a gentleman does a lady. And I'm like, standing there like, that's right. Meanwhile, I was all gung-ho with the pickup. No, ma'am, sir. No, sir, ma'am. And so we both learned a lesson. We both learned a lesson in that instant. I love my dad so much. He is the example, I promise you. And standards have to be set. You set your own standards. You be the example that you would like to set for your children, nieces, nephews. No one is perfect. That's not saying, oh, be an angel. Just be you. Do you. And if there's something that you can let them know without being like, don't do this, don't do that. Just be like, check this out. Make it a learning experience, and then that way they don't forget. So I bet you Che, in the future, thought about how he presented. Because I'd be like in the stores too, like if somebody hand me my change, you want to be all, don't let me, I ain't going to tell y'all the story. I ain't going to tell y'all the story. All right, there's your Oculatum. Have a good day.